I haven't known what to wear on camera for years. Precisely 3 years since I stopped being a competitive bodybuilder. It was never about clothes, it was about identity and the new identity that I was building. You see, my athlete era was all about gym clothes, the latest set, living in cardio clothes, living in training clothes, and there wasn't much time in between, and they all kind of merged into one. Shooting in gyms, that's what I want. But now it's different. And the thing is that being that person publicly, wearing that uniform, actually decided the type of people that I attracted naturally. In 2023, when I last competed and stopped competing, there was a massive gap, and I didn't really know what my new identity was, how I should dress, for someone who's 45 pounds heavier than stage weight. It's been a real struggle recently that I've rediscovered a little bit more style and a little bit more of what feels like me as my identity. And to some degree, it was a bit like, if I'm not presented in a certain way in gym clothes, who am I? And I'm sure some people watching this can identify with this. They've competed, they've done amazing, but then they've put weight back on and they've no intention of going back to being stage lean. But how do you dress when you've got used to be able to wear anything and everything? And then this month, we had a little turn. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to ask ChatGPT, how do I style myself? I asked it to go find some linen shorts with a stripe. I'm like, can you find shorts similar to this? And let me tell you, I was not ready for what came after that. We've restyled my whole wardrobe and created a new personal brand style and also planned a personal brand shoot. I had a very specific brief. Came up with a colour palette and a wardrobe that actually feels like me, but didn't cost the earth because I'm from Yorkshire. Now I'm standing in such a better place, and it's making me feel a lot more confident about how I present myself as a personal brand on camera and how I'm going to show up online. So here's the thing. The outfits were never the problem. They worked before and they could work again. But it was also how I felt, how I perceived myself, and how I turned up on camera that made the difference. Now I do feel a lot more like me. I feel like this new style is going to propel me forward into the direction I'm now heading. Because if we stick in the mud where we were, we're not going to have progression like with anything. So it's definitely going to be a lot better for my camera confidence, but also when I'm out meeting clients as well. I think people judge you on how you look, what you dress like, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's totally normal. But most importantly, you have to feel yourself and you have to feel comfortable. So if you've not quite felt the mojo with your content lately, then it might not be your content that's the problem. It might just be how you present yourself and maybe your personal style. I challenge you now to go ask ChatGPT to style you and see what happens. You're going to be blown away.